I gotta turn my microphone on. Yeah. How's it going,
Yeah.
everybody?
Okay.
I think the last time I was in live, you were playing that game similar to Ark. Yeah, Astro, I think we were probably playing Atlas, so that's been a month or two. Um, so yeah, well, welcome back, welcome to the dungeon, everybody. This we do love playing games and the various other things that we have, but this is our main thing that we do. It's D&D. So welcome. Apologize if there's any kind of lag, stuttering, or everything. Twitch is having problems and dropping some frames right now and stuff. So I looked it up. It's out of my control. I'm good here. So apologize if it doesn't sound real great there. Or if it's cutting out, because it is not great. But welcome to the show. We're glad to have you back. A lot of exciting things coming down. I'm super excited about the story and everything. So hopefully we enjoy, have some fun with that tonight. How are you guys?
No, I'm doing good.
Great.
I did notice something on Twitch. You haven't updated the text that says that reads underneath the dungeon master. It still mentions Dragonvold.
Does it? I've been trying to get everything, but like I need a checklist. Tricky with the sub for 18 months in a row. We appreciate you for doing that, Tricky. Thanks for coming by and supporting us. Fanboy Tone, you as well. We didn't forget you. Candy Core Girl, thank you for that follow a couple days ago. Appreciate that. We're inching ever closer to 200. So if you have your friends, you have people that are interested in Dungeons and Dragons and homebrew adventures, no books here. This is all written from our own head. Then have them come over. We'd be happy to have them in the dungeon with us. Quick note to those that are in our Discord. Fanboy Tone was spreading a malicious rumor the other day that it was my birthday. That is not accurate at all. I am not a fall birthday. So if you believe that, I'm sorry. We've taken care of that delinquent. He's been muted for 7 days. So yeah, tricky. It's out of my hands. I'm red. There's nothing I can do about it. It's on Twitch's side, unfortunately. So yeah, I'm already dropped down. I'm not using really any of my CPU to do this, and it all looks good in the software, but and I did a speed test on the internet, and it's all good as well. So I apologize. It's not typically like this. There's nothing. Yeah, it's all on the network side there. Hopefully it gets better. I looked it up. So, well, hopefully, is it mainly frame lag or is it audio lag? Because like we can go on with audio lag, or with frame lag.
Twitch is just not streaming for me.
I've got it streaming, but it's just intermittent. Yeah,
it's bad. Yeah. I can see that. Let me run another test real quick just to. I looked it up and it said that they're the ones that have the problem right now.
I'm just getting spinny wheel.
Yeah, let's see. Make sure it's not an upload thing. Kick the people off upstairs that are doing anything on the internet.
Oh, good. If we're lagging, that means they're not going to see me pick my nose.
Yeah.
Or that's all they're going to see.
It'll just be me permanently like this, like digging for gold.
I put in a request to have everyone else in the house stop doing things and see if that gets a little better. Have I ever played Destiny? I did play Destiny. I played the first Destiny. Played it. I would say a fair bit when it first came out, but and then I stopped. And I never played Destiny 2 while I own the game because I think I got it for free. I don't
I
own
think
it.
everyone got it for free.
Yeah, and Fanboy is spreading more lies. So, all right. Well, I do want to say, so we have our beer of the week from Half-Ass Beer Review. Don't forget to check out Half-Ass Beer Review for the best beer reviews on the internet. And tonight, it's unfortunately from Anchor Brewing, the Merry Christmas, Happy New Year Ale. This one was really good, nice and malty. I didn't have it. He had it. You can check his review on it out. It was just posted today. So check that out. He said it was quite delicious in a different kind of way, and he didn't know why he'd never bought it before. So, check it again. It's been glitchy for a couple weeks, it seems like. Yeah, I mean, I'm hardwired in, Tricky. So I maybe I'll have to do some router work. Well, we haven't had any problems in the games and stuff in the evening.
No.
It's
Nope.
cutting in and out. Is it cutting in and out for everybody, or is it just
No,
Tricky?
it's yeah. I think it's definitely on Twitch's end.
Yeah, that I can't control. That's unfortunate. Makes me angry. We are recording this local, so hopefully that sounds fine. And if this cut out really bad, then you can catch it on our YouTube channel. So, all right. If that is it, let's go ahead and get started.
I just saw myself pick my nose for the first time. Look at that. Man, that's some lag right there. That was like 2 minutes ago.
Have I played a quick game called Destiny 2, Astro? I have not played Destiny 2. I think I own it, but I have not played it. But with that, let's jump into On the Edge of Darkness. No! Bah! All right. Get some.
I've got 363 more shots to get Drassen's birthday right. Every day. Happy birthday!
All right. Hopefully everything smooths out soon, everybody. So let's get some music going. Yes, for those that are joining me right now, there's nothing I can do. Twitch is having problems. So this is out of my control. I'll look it up again. Yes, people are reporting a lot of lag and issues. Videos are not playing. So, out of my control. Sorry for that.
Is the intro video.
It's just now to the intro video.
Yeah, we're on Jade. Or should I say Joel?
I wonder if I try stopping the stream and restarting it.
Will that put us on episode 7?
No.
Fast forward a day. A week.
See if I can get a better channel connection.
It doesn't hurt to try. That's all I really gotta say.
Let's blame Zoom.
You never know, man. But when I do, my upload is fine. I'm still getting my 10 upload or whatever. It's taking forever just to stop the stream. Freaking Twitch. You got 6 other days a week you can cut out.
Yep. Any day that's not D&D.
Yeah, right?
So I'm currently 3D printing our logo in
Oh.
2 different formats. We'll see which one turns out better.
All right, let's try this again. Okay.
Oh my.
No, it just immediately starts dropping frames. I can't do anything about it. We're just going to roll with it. Sorry, everybody. The full video will be posted on YouTube.
Apologies, everybody.
Yep. Twitch is what Twitch is. And yeah, Panda, right. Twitch hates us as well. But we're going to keep going. We're going to fight through this. Sorry for the lag. We are aware of that. That's not us. So I'm not getting any rendering lag. It's all network lag, and it's on their end. So, all right. Where we left off. The party finished their adventures in the House of Horrors, where in the basement they found someone summoning the dead spirits of long past Shadowspark children. Leaving that endeavor and talking with the local district manager, they separated and went their ways to what was important to them. Some moving to all of them moving to the temple to check on Hugh, who had lost his arms in an attempt to slow down the plague. And then they traveled to the the Tower of Sciences. Sorry, brains. Where they found fascinating things on the inside, and they touched the inside of a book and were pulled deep inside of the story, and that's where we're picking up tonight. One second, let me get to my notes. So, as you all reach out into the pages and feel the odd pulling sensation as your reality fades around you, you feel your body stretch thin as a thread as you rapidly fill into the pages of the turning book. You appear in a large, round room. The ground here has been worn with time and sports a porous, white, smooth surface. A large table rests in the center of the room with books and maps and scrolls scattered across it. A large crystal floats above the table, and as you look around, you notice you're surrounded by darkness. Chairs surround the table, and a small oven with a fire in it crackles quietly off to the side. The room smells of meat and roasted vegetables, and the temperature is warm and comfortable. Several large rugs rest around the table. As you begin walking up to the table, you hear a hollow thunk, and you turn to see a large shark recovering from hitting something out in the darkness.
A shark?
Yes.
Okay.
Looking closer in the light, you can see bubbles floating outside of the room as small fish dart from side to side around you. Large strands of seaweed reach toward the surface for light. A strange fish stares at you with an unbroken gaze. Tiny hairs float listlessly around its body as large teeth protrude from its jaws. Its dark eyes seem to stare through you as it slams its face into the chamber surrounding you with thud. Again and again, it grows more frustrated. As it goes for another slam, a shark swims by, grasping it in its maw and snaps it in half as it swims off in the darkness. The head floats down to the sea floor, still making a biting motion as it drifts down. You stare in disbelief at what you're seeing outside. It is one of our better meeting rooms, at least for the view.
So to be clear, we're like there's like an aquarium all around us.
You're underwater.
We're actively underwater?
In a
In
dome.
the sea.
You're in a
but-
dome, like a bubble-like thing underwater.
But we aren't in water. We're separated.
You are on dry ground.
Okay.
You turn to see a dark-skinned woman with large, curly black hair that's standing before you. Her robes are a silky white with blue trim that seems to spark as she stands there. Thin golden strands rush through the garment that hugs very close to her thin frame. Golden bangles wrap around her fingers and wrists, disappearing into the tighter sleeves of her robe. She has deep forest green boots that make no sound as she steps closer to you. You can see flecks of silver paint surrounding her eyes that almost glow purple in the light of the crystal. Sorry to alarm you, but we of the Academy value our privacy in matters, and as such we have several places to escape to.
That's quite okay. This is amazing.
Do you find the need to escape often?
When our privacy demands it, we prefer this rather than risk the prying ears and eyes of those of the town.
Are we out in the harbor right now? Where are we?
We would risk ourselves if I was to tell you our actual location. Are we in the book? Are we in the sea? I can't really say. I am Gisela Scarn, District Manager of Newborough, an arch sorceress of the Academy of Law Sciences. Please, have a seat. And she motions over to the towards the ground, and on the ground are a set of like very large round pillows and rugs, kind of fashioned in a circular pattern.
Go over and take a seat.
What are the rest of you doing? You see Marsland. He goes over and sits down, and with an almost permanent smile on his face, if he smiled.
Very, 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 very slight smirk. I'm looking around, taking in the room, observing everything that's in there.
I will go and sit down cross-legged.
Okay.
I'm also
Jade.
gonna go sit down.
Jade also goes and sits down and looks around in wonder.
I'm gonna pull my forehead off of the glass on the side of the walls there, and look behind me and see everybody sitting down, crisscross, and very well, and sit down.
Drizella waits for you to sit down before she very gracefully lifts up part of her robe and sets down and looks around at all of you. She lifts a hand and you see fresh cooked meat. The oven door opens and fresh cooked meat comes floating out and setting on plates in front of you all. Where each plate rests is a large round pillow sitting on top of a smaller pillow. And then the vegetables come over and almost like dump onto the plate as it moves around and sets down, followed by mugs of wine of some sort that float over and set in front of all of you.
You must learn this magic that allows you to procure such a feast for us.
Someday.
Is that taught in the academy?
Everything is taught in the academy. At some point.
How did you gain your entrance? I'm curious. They seem very picky.
I started the academy.
I look around looking for a camera. You started the academy.
I did.
How long have you been here?
Those are quite personal matters.
How long has the academy been around?
A long time. You would never ask a lady her age.
Sorry, did you say what race she is?
Human.
Oh. Okay. What drove you to start such a place?
Candor's Keep was in need of guidance and protection, especially in its earlier days.
And protection from what? Was it under attack? Was it crumbling?
You must be Marsland.
How have you heard of me?
I know what goes on in my own academy. Your retrieval of the book from the fields in the Beggar's Market has proved quite curious. Did you read it?
I glanced through its pages a couple times.
Just a couple times?
Okay, I pored over the pages. I took in as much as I could.
I would expect no less of one trying to gain acceptance into my academy.
It was quite
Was
fascinating. Good.
there anything related to this sickness?
Sickness? Not as much. This was more curious than that. I figured your curiosity might get the better of you. A worthy talent for one looking at joining the academy. So, what did you see, Marsland?
I'll recite what I saw.
Okay. I see. And did you have questions about that?
It seems very dark, unlike magic that I have come across before in my studies. I'm very curious what its origin would be or what its purpose is.
These books are the remnants of the Shadowspark family. In the wrong hands, they can cause immense damage. To be truthful, we don't even know how many there are. We just know that their existence is dangerous. We intended to always look for them, but with the sickness in our city, our staff has been busy.
The Shadowspark family. Any chance the Academy was made to protect Kandor from them? Came across quite an interesting young lad recently who quite vigorously wanted to bring the Shadowsparks back.
The Shadowsparks are a tale of an interesting history here in Phrasia. Would you like...
waiting for more?
Okay. You see, long ago, the Shadowsparks were a very prominent family here. Before the splitting of the islands, when there was one large landmass, it was hard to be anywhere that wasn't touched by their family, but they never ruled these lands. They were a benefactor, and the people thrived under their charity. But the family had secrets. Many secrets, it seemed. Some delved into the darkness, others into the light. This was cause for rifts and infighting, though always hidden from the people of Phrasia. They pushed harder into their studies and began what later became known as the Unveiled Struggle. Brother and sister against each other, wielding powerful magic. Legends say that in the end, that is what split the islands. A massive war of magic. Many lives lost. A dark time for Phrasia. The Shadowsparks disappeared after that. Rumors would fly of those claiming to be of the lineage, but none able to provide as such. Some even worship them, treating them as some sort of deity. But we all know the gods left us long ago.
So the Shadowsparks, was this truly one family? You make it sound as if it was a cult.
It was one family, but you could say that within families there were differences.
By what force did the island split apart?
That there's no record of, or no discovered record.
I know.
Do you?
Magic.
Possibly. We think so.
Ars glances over and gives Oz a glare.
Problem solved.
What are you getting at, Oz?
I thought that was rather clear, that there was a split, and it was due to the infighting of the family. Clearly magic. Unless you have someone.
How long ago was this magical war?
Before my time here. Not before Kandor's Keep, though. You are a curious one. What do you call yourself?
I was designated. Bishop.
Where are you from, Bishop?
I came here from Briarfork.
You remind me of something from long ago. Similar design? And she just kind of narrows her eyes a bit at you.
Bishop goes quiet.
Was this similar design in any way related to these Shadowsparks?
And she turns and looks at Oz after you say that. She flashes a look at you, but then turns and looks at Oz. Oz, they call you?
Oh, excuse me. I'm curious about that question as well. Is Bishop a Shadowspark?
That is news I do not have. We could keep him in the academy and investigate him and take a look and see. He may be from the war.
That would not be agreeable.
Surely this big guy might have an off switch, no?
No. Do you have an off switch, Marslin?
No, but I am alive. I'm not a robot.
Yes, papers. That's for sure.
I do have papers.
If he is of a lineage that I am aware of, I would not be searching for an off switch, but that is a discussion for another time. And she turns back to Oz. I asked you a question.
Quentin, don't you know something about these gods?
I asked you a question.
Oz, please work friendly.
Yes. What is it you ask?
You give off a peculiar scent. Where are you from?
I haven't bathed.
Oh, this is not odor. It's a scent.
I am not from this island.
You're not. What island are you from?
Not this one.
You are being fairly vague.
I would agree, Bishop.
Why are you avoiding these questions so much, Oz?
I cannot answer that right now.
We are in perhaps the most private meeting spot we could be in right now. There could not be a safer spot for you to answer this friendly person's question.
A fair point. And she reaches out just a hand toward you. A moment of your time.
Very well.
Are you putting your hand in hers, or?
But okay? I thought she was about to touch me or something. Yes, fine. And I'll grab her hand gently.
As you grab her hand, her eyes, you see them kind of close and move rapidly like REM sleep. And Oz, you have, it's like being thrust down a hallway of light. And you see flashes of your past come up. And you hear screams and you hear things from your past and your own voice echoing in your head before she releases your hand. Interesting. Okay.
Don't do that again.
And she just looks at you and nods for a moment as she turns toward Gwenton. And you? Where do you hail from?
Oh, I'm just from over there. Governor's dead. I'm not too far from here.
Ah, Governor's Den isn't far. Oh, couple-week journey
far?
by boat.
How far would you say from where we're at right now?
From here, by boat, around the point. 3 weeks. And what brings you to Candor's Keep?
I initially just came here to study underneath the church for true silver, but now I'm on an investigation to try to find a cure to this disease. Well, it's been plaguing mostly kids, but not only kids now.
Fair enough. And she turns toward Jade. And you? I am Jade Fire. I am from the Spirit Woods Forest. I left the forest to come to this town. The animals have been acting strange. And I thought maybe someone here in this keep could maybe have some explanation. I am not familiar with that, but rumors are not my place. I deal in facts and certainties. Queen Alestra has us searching all over the islands. It keeps us quite busy, looking for a cure. And the longer this goes on, the less time we have to deal with real threats. And she turns and looks at Marsland. The hidden threats.
The hidden threats? What do you mean by that?
I think you know what I mean.
Do I know what she means?
Give me an intelligence check.
Are you kidding me? 8.
He just shakes his head.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I am to understand you had an encounter with maybe someone who was seeking to bring Shadowsparks back to life?
Yes, we all did.
And she, as she says that, she looks over at Oz.
One Victor Lathan. He was not very talkative.
This is quite curious, and could be signs of revolution. But I sense there's more to all of you than this, and that's our problem. As you know...
A revolution?
This was just a kid in a basement.
Trying to bring back Shadowsparks. That is not magic that Phrasia needs.
Do you have any reason to believe that he is working with others? He has since been apprehended.
Very rarely does one work alone on such a task.
Because it is so difficult to do so?
Because exploring into that realm requires money, it requires resources, it requires coordination. All things a single boy wouldn't know or have available by himself.
I look around to the others. This boy was just a squatter, no? Did I miss something?
It wasn't a boy, right?
Yeah, no, it was an adult.
It was
Oh,
an
was
adult.
it an adult?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just the
Thank you.
It was
picture
an
looked
adult.
like a boy.
Yeah.
But
Oh.
Drastin specifically said it was an adult. That's the only thing he could get.
And then
Oh, I remember that now. I just walked into
PG
my
is
memory
6.
that it was a little boy.
Okay.
Obviously, he had the run of the place. Nobody knew he was there. And the house was on the market.
But how long was he there?
That is a good question. He would not talk to us in the slightest.
I wouldn't imagine.
The house, I did a thorough investigation of that house because
Yep.
I was looking for,
Marsland did
did
too.
it look lived in?
I mean, I don't think you ever... Gwenton went into one of the rooms that was a bit more recently lived in. You didn't really spend much time in that. It was a far northwestern room
Right.
on the main floor.
I spent most of my time in the main hallway and the other rooms that we were.
Yeah, you wouldn't have...
Music room.
You wouldn't say it was lived in? As in actively lived in? But, as you all know, our people are dying. And we have noticed a significant downturn in... And she turns and looks at Marsland. Quality applicants to the academy.
You saying what I think you're saying?
I'm not sure. What do you think I'm saying?
Well, I can't tell if you are slighting me for being a not quality applicant or if you are saying my chances are better because I am a good quality applicant.
Your curiosity is inspiring. Unfortunately, do you feel it too? Do you feel what I've been feeling?
I do not know what you're talking of.
I feel the magic around us dying.
Have I perceived this?
I would say no.
Okay. I'm not in touch with whatever this is you are speaking of.
It could be just your lack of training, something we could assist with eventually.
Well, I am always looking to get to further my training. It was abruptly halted from my homeland, unfortunately, and it has not kept pace with what I would have liked.
Is there something you'd like to tell me about your homeland?
Well, surely you've heard the news of Rashan.
That I have. It's unfortunate. I apologize for what has happened.
It brings me great sorrow to even think of it. I do hope the people that were able to escape have found new homes and are able to prosper, but there are so many that were lost.
So many. We had 2 from the academy that were there when it happened.
Were they in the labs themselves?
They were working with them, working with the people there. Quite powerful.
What were they doing? Are you able to say?
Unfortunately, I can't speak of that in this circle, as she looks around.
It was a great loss of science and knowledge and technology. But I am given hope seeing what is going on here in your academy.
Yes, and that brings my heart some lifting. And she turns toward Gwenton. What is your appraisal of this sickness?
Well, for that, right now, as everyone knows, it's only targeting kids. However, my brother has gotten it, and we
Interesting.
believe it has to do with a giant worm they saw underground traveling through the fields. Maybe it's something it secretes.
Yes, we are aware of the tunnels.
Do you know what makes the tunnels?
We have been investigating that. Someone opened a large hole in the ground near one of the chests. And while safety is paramount, we must take our time investigating these tunnels. But they look formed naturally.
It was a large tunneler. It looked like a massive worm. Be careful touching the soil.
We figured it might be something like that. Thank you for that information, Bishop. What is your interest in all of this, Bishop?
One of my family members has started showing symptoms of this sickness. We did not know it was called Mirad's Kiss until I got here. Just like the church didn't realize the sickness spread farther than Candor's Keep.
Tell me, how far does it spread?
I can only attest for what I have seen, and it has just recently broken out in Briarfork.
Interesting.
I traveled here for answers.
Well, I see. My concern is that this sickness is manufactured. That it's a cover, a disguise for something more sinister working its way into Phrasia.
You don't think that could have any relation to this Shadowspark stuff that has been appearing, do you?
I do.
That's deeply concerning.
If magic dies, those with the books would be able to rule Phrasia with little opposition.
Please do explain how magic could die.
It's no mystery that the people of Phrasia are dying. As the children die, there's no future.
Those innate with magic will not lose their powers, but rather those that have magic powers will cease to exist.
I wish that were true, but there are stories of legend that one of the books deals with sapping one's powers away from another for themselves.
Oh, that is very dark magic indeed. I do not like that. And even the Academy does not have access or knowledge of all of the books.
We do not. After your discovery, we collected the other chests from the fields, but unfortunately no other books were found.
That is deeply concerning.
We did not find any books with the same references in the Shadowspark home.
Even more interesting. As you can see,
you jotted down the runes on the floor, correct? Maybe if she had a look at those.
Marslin.
What did I do?
You drew the runes.
Oh, the runes. Sorry, I didn't hear that word. Yes, the runes. I took very careful notes of the runes. Where did I put that? I'll take out my book and show the runes.
You've already got an enduring spell book. Well done, Marsland.
I found this in the house. It's very fascinating how it works. I can set it on fire and it will not burn. I can submerge it in water and it will not fall apart from disintegration.
She reaches behind her, and out from behind her robe, she pulls out a very ornately. You can tell it's extremely old, but it's in pristine condition, and it's carved. It's almost like the cover was made out of wood, and it was just hand carved. Beautiful scenery on it. Oh, I'm well aware. And she smiles at you and
Did
slips
you get
it back.
yours adorned so fancily?
Oh, I made it myself.
You are truly crafted. I have much to learn. I can see how you were able to create such an awe-inspiring establishment.
Now let's see what you've drawn.
I'll excitedly flip over the pages of the books, as showing as much excitement as somebody who doesn't show excitement at all can show. Excited to show off my carefully drawn runes.
So she takes a look at him, and she leans in right next to you. She puts her face basically right next to yours as she looks down at the runes, and she begins touching the side of the runes and looking at. See here, these are Sparkian symbols. These are from a book of some sort.
You see Bishop scoot closer, and his head kind of on the other side of his Marsland's shoulder.
And she looks up at you and says, "Let me show you how dangerous this is."
Sparkian symbols, is that Shadowsparkian?
Yes. And she touches the side of the runes, and you see the runes begin glowing. And it's almost like the page comes out, and it's like the paper sinks down into like small eye sockets, and as this bubble-like thing comes out, and it splits open, and a toothed maw begins like forming from the paper itself, and it just starts writhing around. And as it rises there, it snaps at you a few times before she waves her hands over it, and it sinks down and back into the page.
That was very curious indeed. What was that?
Even in this small form, your accuracy in scribing these runes are dangerous in the wrong hands.
So my drawing probably was better.
Let me see what you have.
A bishop was embarrassed of his drawing, so he immediately threw them out.
Marsland did not make me feel good.
I am just being honest with you, Bishop.
Much appreciated.
She sits. And she sits back and looks at Oz. Oz, what do you have to gain from all of this?
Nothing.
Nothing?
You don't even want to help to save my brother.
Yes. Something. That.
I mean, you don't have to feel obligated. I don't know exactly how well you two knew each other, but I know you knew him better than I know you.
I did. I'm sorry. I was a little taken aback by the invasion of my mind.
You did so willingly, remind.
I'll keep that in mind next time someone holds their hand out for me, that I may be inviting the devil into my mind and thoughts.
And she looks at you, and it's almost like her eyes shadow for a moment. I am far from the devil.
Indeed. Yes, I will assist you in finding a remedy for Hugh. He at least has some characteristics that I enjoy being around.
I mean, you do call him the better brother, so.
I've never said that. I mean, he may be, but I've never said that.
You stare at him like, really?
She leans.
Upstanding gentleman. Worthy of being shaved.
I believe Oz could be quite beneficial to your endeavors.
Why do you think that?
Muscle, something you lack severely.
Don't need muscle.
And you can see a corner of her mouth kind of raises as she glances an eye over at Oz.
I do not have muscle either.
You might be in danger if we spring a leak, Bishop.
Maybe.
Marslin, I know you seek to be with us here at the Academy. I myself have seen your declaration report and your writs of favor.
Are they favorable?
They do show promise.
Promise I could work with.
But unfortunately,
Oh,
I cannot allow you entry yet.
what do you need from me in order for me to get entry?
It's less about what I need from you than what I am tasked with.
Please do elaborate.
I believe we've kind of expounded on it here. I hate to be like this, but do understand the pressure the Queen has laid on us all as district manager. She does not want to be known as the Queen of Plagues. I ask that you assist in any endeavor to end this plague so we can continue doing the real work.
Does not sound like a trivial task. Just end the plague.
It's not, but I have a lot of our people at the Academy doing just that. Maybe you'll show more promise than them.
We currently have heard a rumor of a cure at Parsons, or is that Barron's Folly?
Yep.
It was a rumor that somebody was curing everybody. Not necessarily a cure, but they had a way to cure. Magic.
Now that's a new rumor. It might be worth looking into.
We heard of it just before coming here today, so.
But if you help us out, Marslin, I'm sure I can personally vouch for you. I have a little bit of pull here.
Well, I would hope that you would have a little bit of pull here since you founded the place. That would only make sense.
I believe she was joking, Marslin.
Oh, a joke, of course.
Yes, if I remember right, others like you struggled with humor.
We take our studies very seriously. There's no time for humor in that. It only delays the progress of learning and perfection of your craft.
I'm not sure it's safe for you to enter the academy with... We may have too many books for you.
There's no such thing as too many books. I do declare that as a right proper challenge.
And she looks at you and waves a hand, and you see in the air, it's almost like reality rips open a bit and begins shimmering around, and it's like you're peering into just a massive library, not like what you've seen on the ground floor. And you can see other people sliding back and forth on those like ladders with rollers and pulling books off the shelf and things. A glimpse into the upper floor?
This is just a single floor that I'm looking at here?
Just one.
This is the most magnificent collection I have ever laid my eyes on.
And she closes her hand and you see it mend back together.
No, don't let it go.
Oz, you had something?
I did.
I thought you had said something. But, Marsland, as well as assisting me if you can, or if you're willing to, I need you to do a little bit more.
More than just curing the plague.
I know, I ask so little.
You are quite demanding.
I need you to listen for rumors and tales of the Shadowspark family, or these books that we are now aware exist and are being unearthed.
Well, I have only been here for a couple weeks, and I have already heard quite a number of rumors of the Shadowspark. Apparently, I have a knack for this.
They may be drawn to you. Don't fall into their power.
That is quite a frightening prospect, I must say.
And also, no one at the Academy is aware of the importance of what you have found, save for myself, your friends, and Drisk.
Why are you keeping it such a secret if it is such a seemingly important discovery?
We might have spies among our members.
With how strict your selection process is, you think there are spies you cannot trust all of your own members?
Power can be quite seductive.
Well, if you have any leads on who you think the spies might be, I could potentially try and keep an eye on that, outside of the Academy, of course.
I do not. They stay well hidden. It's a precaution. Only now do we know of the books.
Do you have any idea how many books there might be?
I do not.
That is not helpful.
But, as I am usually away on business or tasks, do keep in contact with Drisk.
Drisk is the one that escorted us in, right?
Yep.
Cool. And what is the best way to keep in contact with Drisk?
I can allow you special entry into the Academy. All of you.
Into the Academy?
And hold on. Just for the purpose of speaking with Drisk.
And for reading a few books, of course, right? Because that would be a waste of the guard's time to allow me in without
No.
a glance at the books, no?
I can mark you with one of our symbols. This will denote access to the first floor of the tower, supervised by Drisk.
If Drisk were to allow me to accompany to read some books, that would be allowed?
I trust his
Please.
judgment.
Remain focused, Marsland.
Okay.
He's excited, Bishop.
Aren't we all?
And she kind of scrunches up her face. I'm not sure, to be honest.
Ha, ha, ha.
show the mark to the guards. They'll allow you in and notify Drisk, just as before.
And stepping foot inside of the front doors is a very exciting prospect. It makes my heart flutter.
And she looks at all of you, whoever would like this entry, I can give you the mark. It's your choice.
I look around. Would any of you be foolish not to accept this? This is quite an honor.
Jade says, I will, in case something happens.
Marsley could be horribly murdered.
That's true.
Excuse me, Bishop? Are you planning something?
No, but I saw what happened in the house.
Nobody believes me that there was a ghost in the kitchen. There was a ghost in the kitchen.
I believe there was a ghost in the kitchen.
There were several ghosts there.
In the music room.
Well, some people do not believe me that there was a ghost in the kitchen. Anyway, it is besides the point. So, if I am to cure this illness, as trivial of a task as that may be, and find trail of these spies that you think are lying about, I am guaranteed entry into the academy?
I'm sure I can find you way into the academy. And help prevent you from doing tasks. And she smiles as she says that and looks at you.
So I don't have to bring back any more skulls or limbs of zombies?
You got that one.
Yes, I got that one. They wouldn't reassign me another one.
I put that one in a long time ago as a joke.
I reach in and take my skulls and just, here, you can have these skulls.
Oh, that's concerning. I hope you haven't been to the graveyards to get those.
Nope, I found these in the basement of that. Well, collected these in the basement of that house we were talking about earlier.
These are skulls of the Sparks, of the Spark children.
Even more concerning. Do turn those in.
You have a strange sense of humor, if you find this to be a joke.
Sometimes it's the small things that make life worth living.
I don't follow. You would like me to still turn these in?
Of course. I'll look forward to the writ appearing.
Okay, I will turn them in. I put them back in my bag.
Now, who would like mark of entry? Let's get that out of the way so we can eat before the food gets too cold.
I will accept the mark.
Yeah, I'll present my forearm.
I'm assuming I've already taken it.
Oz?
No.
Okay.
Oh?
No, that's fair. The last time she touched him.
She...
Oz, I do suggest you do take this, Oz. You do not realize what you are turning down here.
I am the muscle. I do not need the books.
Okay, suit yourself.
She holds out her hand just under yours and brings it up to yours, and you see with her other hand she takes out of the inside of her robe a rather long, ornate-looking needle, and she presses it against the skin on the top of your hand, and as it touches, much like a ripple in a pond, you see magic begins swirling out of the needle into your flesh, and you see your flesh begin twisting around, and pain shoots through your hand as it embeds into like a pattern of swirling circles and leaves and things, and it glows like a dark green color for a moment before residing back into your hand, and you can see it. It's there, much like a tattoo on your hand.
How big is this?
Probably about like this.
Oh, okay. Like most of the size of the back of your hand.
Yep. And she takes Marsland or Bishop and touches it to an open place of metal on you, on your forearm. And even though you don't feel like the metal begins twisting, and it's like someone taking a cutting drill and just drilling into the side, and you can just hear the metal creak and the wood splinter as the same symbol appears on you. Before she turns to Gwenton and touches again, and you see it swirl out, and you feel the pain, and she looks at, she does Jade, and you see some of the fur on Jade's hand fall to the floor as more of like a bare skin with a little bit of hair through the symbol itself, pushes there, and then she turns and looks at Oz. Are you sure?
I believe you've touched me enough, and no more.
As you wish. Well, now that business is concluded, and she tucks the needle away into her robe, and I'm not being bothered by everyone in the academy, let's eat, laugh, and enjoy this moment.
Marsland's just sitting there. He's already taken his book and quill out, and he's with one hand just sketching the mark that's on his hand into the book.
Okay.
Just copying it over.
Now, anything else I can answer for you, or shall we just tell some jokes and enjoy this time under the sea?
Do you know any magic that could restore limbs?
Yes. But that's usually more for those of clerical faith.
Could you give me a hint how to do it? I could use that to restore my brother's arm once this disease is cured.
She looks you up and down. I just feel that you're not quite ready for that. Well,
that's fair.
And she looks over at Bishop for a moment. There are alternatives.
You would like to give him a metal arm?
I think that is what she is referring to, Marsland.
I've seen others.
I have personally not made any metal appendages, but it could be done.
She takes a bite of the meat and... Bishop, are you not going to enjoy?
I do not need substance, but I am enjoying that you are enjoying it.
Jade looks up at her with a mouthful of meat and kind of chews up and swallows. Do you have any pets? And she looks at him and... I do, in fact. I am very keen to my blink dog.
Blink dog?
Good.
Quite a handful when they're puppies, but he's fully grown. Not
Is he blink dog?
think of a dog that tends to erratically teleport when it gets excited.
How far can this dog teleport?
Short
I could do that.
short distances very quickly, and as a puppy, it might be the worst experience in the world.
Dare I ask, can it teleport while it's doing its business?
And her face droops down. Yes.
Broker. Flashbacks of Vietnam.
Not a recommended first pet.
Are there pet stores in Candor's Keep?
There are. Mainly in the open market. Not as established as some of the other businesses.
Fascinating. I don't know if I could manage to have a pet constantly by me. So needy. Still an entertaining thought. Yeah.
Jade says, "Can I play with your blink dog?" She looks at him puzzled. No? We don't quite know each other that well.
Is your blink dog not good with strangers?
He takes some time to warm up.
Interesting. Well,
You
beyond the books and the
mentioned-
libraries, what else is contained inside the walls of the academy that we have not been privy to yet?
And she takes a bite of meat and smiles at you with her mouth full. Reaches out, kind of taps you on the nose. Wouldn't you like to know?
What was that where you just touched my nose?
You really need to ease up a bit.
I don't follow.
Relax a bit. Enjoy life. It's short for most.
I am enjoying life as much as I could feasibly comprehend enjoying it currently. There's no more fuller enjoyment apart from being a full-fledged academy member.
Well, we'll see what we can do. As she takes another bite. Jade takes a bite, and with his mouth full, do you know where I could find somewhere to hear some rumors and stuff? Oh. Well, I would ask around at the local taverns. Maybe a bard has heard something, or a barkeep. There's several to pick from in town. It's quite a big place. And Jade turns to the rest of you. Do you think we could do that? Stop by there sometime?
I mean, I don't see why not. But I don't know about you, but I could definitely go for rest after this.
Yeah.
We have had a long night.
I could definitely use a cat nap.
I'm gonna
Is
punch
that
you. in
because
your
you're a cat?
You just wait there by the door.
Oz, is there anything that you're planning on doing in town?
Sleep.
Well, it does seem like the hour grows late, at least by my calculations. And I'm sure you have business to conclude. This rumor to chase down in Perrin's Folly, and I will probably have to have another summon by the Queen. And you see her raise a hand, and a book floats over from the table, and it opens up, and the pages begin swirling like before.
Time to go back through the teleporter?
When you're ready. And she sets it down in front of her. Best of luck on your journey. It was nice meeting you all.
It was very nice to meet you.
This was very informative.
Remember, this is between us. Secrecy is important, and I have ears around. And she steps into the book, and you see her spin around, and she disappears.
Quick, raid the
It's
place.
so cool.
I'm gonna touch it to go in right after her.
Okay. You see Oz reach out right after she goes in, and he's... And Oz, you appear back in the first floor of the academy, and she's
still there?
She's standing there, and she turns around, kind of curious look on her face, knowing how much food you had left. Oz, is there something you need?
Does the secrecy go both ways?
She looks straight into your eyes. Absolutely.
Then, please, I ask that you do not repeat what you saw.
She steps one step closer to you, and in the academy, and of course it's a little bit darker there, and the eerie glow from the crystal. She puts off a more ominous tone, even to you. And she looks down, gets close to you. If you need to talk, you know where to find me.
I don't know you. You invaded my mind.
Take care of your demons before they take care of you, Oz.
Are they demons?
And she just stands up. Good journeys. And turns and walks away.
Ominous.
I'll find a seat, around the book, and
Dris-
wait for everybody else to come.
Driska's right there.
Okay.
Welcome back. I hope you found the room satisfying.
I did. Seeing as this is my last time here, please, if you could show me the door. I need to get some rest.
It's there. And he points over. Of course, there's a red carpet taking you all the way to the door.
Thank you. I will see myself out.
All right. The rest of you.
Why did Oz go through so quickly? I want to sit here and enjoy this food, but I hope he's not causing trouble on the other side of that.
Seems like he was in a rush for something.
He did not
Highly
seem very pleased.
aggravated.
He was very aggravated indeed, there, Bishop.
I find it odd that she had not heard the rumor about the island and Fishing Town. She seems to know quite a bit.
She does seem to have her finger on the pulse of just about everything that is going on in the city. It is curious. Perhaps it is a test. Perhaps it is a trap we are potentially walking into.
I'd find it hard to believe that the church got information before she did. if she has ears everywhere. But nonetheless, I don't know about you, but I'm going to that fishing village.
I have no doubt we will find something useful.
If we find the cure there, that could guarantee my entrance into this place. I promise I will allow you to all come and go if that does happen.
What about you, Jade? You want to go with us to help? I'm not sure what goals you have while you're here.
Honestly, I don't even know anymore. I thought I'd find answers here, and I could still talk to a bard or something, but I don't even know where to begin. I came to Kandor's Key thinking I'd find answers, but I don't even know why I would think. I've never been to a city like this before. I don't know. Would you all have me if I'm not serving some purpose? Maybe I can at least help.
From what I've seen, you're good with a bow.
I want to be more than just good with a bow.
Everybody has to start from somewhere.
Maybe
you'll find more of what you seek as we go.
I don't want to be a burden.
What did you do before you came here?
Before I came here, I was a scout. I scouted the forest.
So you're good at getting a lay on the lands.
I like to think so. I feel like I was one of the betters of my group, but I feel lost.
How good are you at staying hidden while you're investigating places?
I like to think I'm pretty good. But if the Academy thinks this plague is important, and of course I barely know any of you, and if you all feel it's important, maybe it has ties to what I'm trying to find out. Has anyone ever explored it? Like, does this plague affect animals as well?
Not that I know of, but at the same time, I don't think most people are going to report on animals with the plague if children are dying.
We could perform a scientific experiment. We have somebody we know with the plague, and we could certainly capture an animal.
Are you suggesting we give this disease to an animal on purpose?
Well, how else are you supposed to perform a scientific experiment for greater learning? Small sacrifices must be made in the name of science sometimes.
I don't know about you, but I'm not one to test on animals.
I think that's a terrible idea, Marson.
Okay, I was just suggesting it. No need to get up in arms.
But if you all will have me, I'd be happy to come along.
If it helps what you're looking for.
Don't see why not.
Well, thanks. Look forward to getting to know all of you better.
I'm going to take a second real quick. You might have seen this already drafted, but Chris, Defect said he put his quality on Twitch down to 720. And it helps. It is. It's making a huge difference on the quality right now.
That's so weird. It's definitely a Twitch. They just can't handle the bandwidth right now.
That's what I'm gonna guess.
Yeah, they got a server side thing. Thanks for that, Defects. Test. We're not going to test on a Reddit.
No, but Jade, I would never turn down an ally in a fight against whatever we might be coming into.
I just don't want to be a burden.
As Bishop was saying, then don't be.
And I want to find answers. I do have a concern. Have you ever had a problem and you don't even know where to start?
Look at me.
Is why
I always
I
have
came
problems.
here.
Then together we all go.
Well, that's settled. The only last question is Oz. I'm gonna head out, see if he's still waiting for us by the book.
Okay, so you see he stands up, stretches, walks over, and steps into the book. Quentin, you appear in the bottom floor of the academy. Oz is nowhere in sight.
Who do I see though?
Drisk.
I'm just gonna look at him like that's still a weird feeling. Do you know where our friend went?
Said he wanted to get some rest, and he left and said he would never be back.
He probably went to wherever he's staying. I believe he won't be back. He didn't seem to like this place. And I'm gonna wait for Bishop, Mars, and Jade.
Okay. So, Jade, Marslin, and Bishop, you're left. As you sit there, you hear a big dunk as another fish just runs into the bubble.
Yeah, Bishop gets up and walks over to the wall
Okay.
and just stares out into the ocean, looking at the animal life.
For you, like, you've of course been around people fishing and things, but going underwater is just not something Bishop does. So this is very fascinating.
It's
This is so cool.
a whole new world down here.
It's like a shining place we never knew.
You wrote this.
That is all for tonight.
Jade looks at you. It seems like the seaweed is always greener in somebody else's lake.
So much we don't know.
I agree.
I hate you all.
I turn around and touch the book.
And with that, Bishop, and out pops Bishop to in front of Gwen, and it's just Jade and Marslin left. You ready to go, Mars?
I don't really want to leave this place, but I do hope I have the chance to come back here. And Marthlin stands up and just takes a deep breath and looks around, hesitant to leave, taking it in for one last moment before walking over to the book to touch it.
Jade walks over and just swats at the pages, turning real quickly, and as he does, both of you pull in, and you're in the academy, and just, well, that's all of you. And he takes a book and slams it closed and turns and puts it back in the shelf. Let
Any
me
chance I could-
show you
Is there-
out.
Is there any chance I could borrow that book for a few days?
Let me show you out.
Oh, okay. Point taken.
And as Drisk is walking you out, I hope your conversation went well. We thank you for your visit today. And opens the door and shows you out. And as you walk outside of the academy, you realize it's pretty deep into night. You don't know how long you were down there or if time works differently, but it is nighttime.
I turn to a guard. Excuse me, sir. What time is it?
Moon's almost all the way. Probably close to middle of the night.
Oh, wow. That explains why I feel so tired.
What?
You all in there for quite some time.
It is peculiar magic that occurs in the academy, indeed. What a fascinating place.
I think we all need to go get some rest. And we've been up for well over 24 hours now.
Are we still welcome at your brother's house?
Of course, Bishop and Jade. I know you guys have nowhere else to go right now.
How big is my hotel room?
Pretty big.
Like enough to sleep multiple people?
I mean, think of it. It's probably like 800 to 900 square foot. Like it's a big place.
It's an apartment.
Yeah.
My hotel is just down the road here. I'd be happy to keep anybody that would like to sleep there for the night. It is suitable accommodations.
I don't mind.
Come on along then.
I wouldn't mind
Bishop?
trying me out something new.
Did you just...
Hmm?
Did you just say meow?
What?
Did you just say meowt?
No.
I'm going to quit the stream right now, okay?
Now listen here.
Well, you're more welcome to go to Mars and Jade. I'm still going to go to my brother's house. Bishop, either way, doesn't matter to me.
I will keep you company.
That's appreciated. Now,
Very well.
where does everyone try to meet in the morning? Because we have to figure out how we're going to get to the fishing village sooner rather than later. Time's on our side.
If
could
it
ask-
takes a boat, shouldn't we hit the docks?
I could ask my inn if they have any accommodations or any partnerships with any boats at the dock. They do have a lot of favors to pull around the city.
That could work. Now, hopefully, we can find Oz somewhere. I don't know where he's staying at. I don't know at all where he's at, right?
Nope.
Like, not even.
Only Hugh
Okay.
did. And you didn't know Hugh
Well-
did. So
Okay. Well, Bishop, let's go get some rest for the night.
Shall we meet back here at the academy in the morning?
How far is the academy from Hugh's house? Not far.
no, pretty far.
Oh. Let's plan on meeting at a tavern for breakfast. Because Jade, you said you wanted to try to talk to some bards, right?
Yeah, that would be great.
What's a
That's great.
My God.
We're getting them all in. We're
Um,
getting them all in tonight.
What does Gwenton know what bar is close to the docks / the shopping district? Because
So the closest to the public docks would be probably Grob's Fork and Plate.
is that a decent place, or is that
Yeah.
okay? So I'm gonna tell him we can meet at that place in the morning.
Okay. I don't know where that is. Marsland, do you know where that is?
Do I know where that is?
You literally ate there on like the first session.
Thought that sounded familiar. I have eaten there. I do, in fact, know where that is, Jade.
Okay, it's settled then. We'll meet you guys in the morning. Until then,
Sounds good.
All
Get
right.
a restful night's sleep.
I'll sleep about as much as I can.
Oz, I'll return to you. You headed to your inn?
Yeah.
You walk in, you see Eggard there. Well, look who we got here. It's the guy that destroys my hallways because he carries things too big for himself, huh?
It was a very elegant name for someone with a weapon. I have returned, and
Obviously, you've returned. You survived another day.
I did, in fact. I'm going to return to my room and rest.
Good. There's always tomorrow.
I'll take the halberd off my back.
Okay.
And then I'm going to
The story takes a dark turn.
and I'm going to head into down the hallway towards my room.
Okay. You go into your room.
Yeah, so I want to start going into astral trance, because I only need to take 4 hours of rest, if that's all right.
That's fine. Yep.
Okay. Do I successfully?
Yeah.
Rest
There.
for 4 hours. Okay.
Yeah.
And then afterward, I'd like to go and visit Hugh.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind.
Okay.
All right. We'll go to Marsland and Jade. You walk into the Gilded Pair, and Jade just looks around. Wow, this is really nice. Look at all this gold.
It is satisfactory.
It's a lot nicer than Hugh's house. Does this place allow pets?
Gosh, what's the front desk guy's name?
I know.
What is it? Why are you holding out?
Take it. Greg Fandish.
Greg Fandish, there it is. Is Greg there?
He's definitely there.
Greg, do we allow pets here?
Well, but of course, we always have pets here.
Well, there's your answer, Jade.
Wow. That's not. Do you have one, Greg? I do not. Do you have a guest tonight?
This is my acquaintance, Jade.
Ah, welcome to the Gilded Pair.
He was going to come and stay in my room, if that is okay.
Never a problem.
Perfect. I knew you would have no trouble with that. Jade, would you like a bath or anything? They do quite a good job here.
No, I can take care of that myself. And he licks his paw and puts it over the top of his head a couple times.
Oh, Jade, come on. Not in the lobby here.
All clean.
Say, Greg, we need to find some way to secure travel by boat. Does the Gilded Pair have any business relationships with the docks?
Unfortunately, we do not.
I find that quite surprising.
Well, can't have everything.
Oh, here I was thinking the Gilded Pair did have everything. Very
We are
well.
very close.
Oh, may I suggest you get to chatting with the people at the docks? That would be quite a nice.
That's a dikish thing to say.
What?
Get to it. I want it. Make it happen.
Have you met Marsland?
No, I know.
If you want to be the best in town, I suggest you think of every avenue of business.
But of course. And you and Jade head up to the room. Jade curls up and goes to sleep. I'm guessing you're just going to bed.
Yeah.
Okay. Bishop and Gwenton, you make your way. It takes you a little bit. You got to get over there, but you end up at Hugh's residence and step inside. Is there anything you want to do before bed?
I am sorry that this has happened to your brother. This sickness should not be happening to anyone. And the thought of this being man-made to hide some other nefarious plot is even worse.
I appreciate the words, Bishop, and I'll be honest, if this is man-made, I'm not happy to hear that at all. This isn't something that should occur naturally, let alone the system of someone being evil to harm children, let alone my brother.
There is great evil in this world. No matter how much good is done.
That is very true. Now all I know is no matter what, I'm going to do everything I can to save my brother. And that little girl from your family too, I want to do as much as I can to help her.
I appreciate it. They took me in. I was lost for a long time. It would hurt my soul to see Luna die in such a painful way for no other reason than someone's selfish needs.
I can understand that for sure. But for now, we both need some type of rest. I don't know how much you really need to rest, but I ain't going to be able to keep going much longer.
The downtime is needed until the morning then.
Okay, you good over there in the living room like yesterday? Last night? 2 days ago?
Yeah. I will be fine.
Okay, I'll see you in the morning. I'm going to head back upstairs.
As he walks off, I want to sit down and thinking back on what she said about me looking similar to other constructs. I want to try to remember some of my past. Oh, you're quiet. I can't hear you.
Oh, I should unmute. Do a history check.
Four. Digital dice.
Yeah,
I
well,
survived the night, barely.
because you're so tired, you try to think back, and it was so long ago that you're having a hard time. Maybe another night.
And I will shut down.
Okay.
Well, not shut down, but non-essential.
Mode. Life support systems offline. Wait a minute.
We did find out that he does get exhausted.
I do get exhaustion. It's just a different kind of exhaustion.
Yeah. So the night passes on. You sleep peacefully in your rooms. Oz, you wake up and head over to the temple. You go inside and it's quiet. Like you hear every footstep of yours as you walk through the temple. Where do you want to go?
Do I remember where Hugh's room is at?
I would say you can figure it out.
Okay, I'm gonna head over there.
Okay. You turn down a few wrong ways, but eventually make your way in, and you kind of look around. Are you trying to be stealthy, or are you just walking through?
Just walking through.
Okay. Get a few weird looks from folks, but there's people in and out all hours of the night.
Yeah, I mean, it was late when I meditated for 4 hours, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're still talking. It's just like early morning, right?
Late night, early morning, probably pre-dawn.
Okay.
Just by the time you get there to be dawn. Yeah.
All right, good. I just want to get a perspective on time. All right.
And you walk into Hugh's room. He's there sleeping.
Okay. Is there a chair?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll sit down.
Okay.
Stare.
It's like when your kids stare at you while you're sleeping.
It's Christmas.
How about
Dad!
this? I'll take off the halberd and I'll set it against the wall, and then I'll go and sit in the chair. Okay, and I'll wait for him to get up.
You're not going to whisper to him, "Can I play Xbox?"
No.
Why does this feel like it's personal right now?
It's very personal. So you sit there, and I'd say a couple hours go by.
Mm-hmm.
And, you kind of think about everything that happened, especially with Drusilla. And you hear,
He had Brussels sprouts again.
boy.
That better be a symptom of the plague.
Us?
Ah, you astute as always. How do you feel?
Like shite. How do you feel?
Don't know. I'm rusted. I'm lost. I had hopes of journeying more with you.
Well, I'm afraid my journeying days are over.
Tell me about your brother.
Quentin? What do you want to know?
Is he always walk around like he has a stick up his ass?
Well, mother kind of babied him. Always gave him a bath until he was 22, I believe. Always set out his clothes. Fed him until he was 14. Spoon fed.
Oh, okay.
Not by the tit, you dirty old man.
Well, the way this story was going, I wouldn't have been surprised. But
So, he always felt he was not better than everyone else, but served a divine purpose.
yes, he is quite focused. So much so that he fails to see what's around him. The adventure and being free. You can't have that when you're serving a deity.
He's done quite well for himself, and he's mighty nice in a pinch.
I think I'm going to journey with him.
Yeah, be my representative. If I can't go, maybe you can go. Keep the lad safe.
If you wish. I don't think I've ever had someone I could trust like you.
Hey, I give Gwynton and you 2 stubs up. And he lifts these 2. You got to make the best of what you got.
I do think that's the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. You should decorate them. It'll be great.
Yeah, maybe some gold and some swirly doilies and
Maybe
Tassels?
maybe a face and a little hat.
I thought about when the attendant wasn't here, leaning against the wall and saying, "Help, me arms are stuck in the wall!"
I've never been to his house, correct?
No.
Okay. Hugh, I imagine that they will be staying, or at least Gwynton will be staying at your house.
You better not.
Where else would he be staying?
I don't know, but it's my house.
Does he not have a house?
He usually stays here at the temple.
Yeah, freeloader.
He'll probably eat all my food.
Then I suppose I will wait for him here. Fine.
So, want to read a book? Or talk? Or...
I believe we are talking right now.
You want to show me some papers?
Is there something else you would like to do?
Well, I have a problem.
Yeah, me too. I got 2 of them.
I don't know where they are.
I don't either. I woke up and they were gone.
I kind of left a little upset, and I failed to find out where they're staying. So I'm hoping I would find them here.
Well, there's only one bed in here. I don't think they're under the covers, but I must say I can't lift them up and see. Gwynton, are you down there? I know
All right,
you
I'm going.
little.
Alright, you are an ass.
Yes.
Bye, and get better so I can smack the shit out of you.
I hope you can someday.
And then I'm going to leave the room.
These are just flesh wounds.
All right.
And,
Where are you
yeah.
headed?
I'll ask the resident priest and ask where Gwynton was staying.
Okay. You come down and you see the high priest. He's just getting up and heading to his office, and you see him. his steps are a little lighter. He's kind of grabbing for his back, and it's quite early for a visit. Was Hugh even up?
He was when I left.
And he gets a shocking look. He's still alive, isn't he?
Yes, he is still
Good,
alive.
good. How
Is
can I
there any
help
reason
you?
why
Have you
there's-
come
Has
to
the plague spread?
pray?
What?
Have you come to pray?
No. Do I need to? I'm looking for Quentin.
He looks you all over. Well, look, Quentin's not here, but we can always pray for him to return.
Does that work?
Sometimes.
Okay. So what do I do?
Well, let's get you in the right area. What deity do you believe in?
Me?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, is there a deity for half-naked elven men? I don't know, to be honest.
My training did not involve much in the way of deities.
Well, let us pray for guidance and direction, and maybe we'll find Quentin.
Excuse me? Guidance and what?
Direction
Oh,
for your life, son. Your life has no direction. You need.
well,
But this erection does.
It's in the morning. I can't help it.
Well, I do say. What deity are we serving here? Quentin often made mention of him. Her. It. Well, maybe the answer lies with the deity that resides here. Whom do we worship here?
A good choice. And you spend the next bit of time with the high priest as
3 days later.
Jeremy tells you what the deity's name is.
But
It's
send
True
me,
Silver.
yeah,
Yeah,
just
there it
send
is.
me a
True
text
Silver.
with that. There
Yeah.
you go. Okay.
I didn't have it on hand.
It's Bernard True Silver.
I
Which
know
I
he's
actually knew
no, and then in Jeremy's defense, he has mentioned it many times.
Oh,
And
yeah,
I
he
don't
has.
Think, I don't think any of us ever wrote it down, or at least I didn't.
I think I only ever referenced her by last name.
Her?
Yeah.
Yes, it is a female god.
Oh, that's the first I've ever heard that.
He just can't stop sucking on her teats.
What is happening?
I'm really
Don't
glad that
worry, you're just as confused as I am.
All right. We'll start with the Mars and Jade. You wake up in the morning. Mars, when you wake up, you're really warm.
Oh no.
And you turn and look, and
you had too much to drink last night.
you
Warren.
feel this light rumbling beside you, and you can see Jade curled up beside you.
Jade. Excuse me, Jade.
Huh?
Jade? Hogan.
Huh? What?
What do you think you are doing?
Sorry.
Yeah, please
Force of
get off.
habit.
Please get off of my bed.
He hops up.
I do not know you anywhere well enough yet for you to sleep in bed with me.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Where are you?
It's not Quentin. It's True Silver watching out for everybody.
All right. So you guys are heading to Grob's.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. There we go. All right. Gwenton and Bishop, you awaken, arise. What do you want to do?
I'm going to say a little prayer to True Silver.
A little prayer for you.
But after that, I'll head downstairs.
Okay. You see
Bishop's
Bishop.
just looking out a window into the city.
Your first time in a big city too, Bishop.
That is correct. This
Well,
is so much bigger than Briar Fork. I don't
You'll-
believe Briar Fork fits in even one of these districts.
That's small of a village.
Fishermen don't need a lot.
I mean, that is true. Do they export their goods?
We have a dock, right?
A dock? There are 2 docks in town.
No,
In Briar Fork.
Briar Fork.
Yes, you do.
Ships come and go. I spend most of my days in the blacksmith.
Well, we can check out the city as we're walking to meet up with Mars and Jade.
I'm not sure we have time.
I mean, like
I
window
like-
shopping, walking.
Yeah. As long as it's on the way.
There's
People
nowhere.
need so much.
Oh, there's so much hustle going on in bigger cities. You probably saw a lot of it from Beggar's Market when you were coming through.
I am not sure some of them are actually poor.
That's the secret. But shall we go? I open up the door for him.
Thank you.
Mind your head. This house isn't built for tall people.
I will try not to destroy your brother's property.
He might try to slap me, but joke's on him. Yeah, then we'll just make our way to the breakfast place.
Okay. You head over to Grob's, and you're the first one to arrive. And you sit down, and got to get back over here to my stuff. And you see a rather large ogre wearing a chef's hat and apron with torn pants. And he walks over.
Welcome to Grob's. What sounds good?
Well, what do you have for a special today for breakfast?
We have chicken. We have lamb. And we have vegetables.
I'll have the lamb. And then some water, please.
We have ale as well, and we have Grob's milk for if you want it as well.
Just the water, please.
And I am Grob.
Ew.
And for
Do
you,
Make your own milk.
it's not milk from me, but it is a drink that looks like milk.
I am interested in this Grob's. Bring me some.
The food will be 1 silver, and the grob's milk will be 5 silver for the glass. Can I get you any food, metal man who talks?
No, thank you.
Okay.
And he turns around, and you can see the back of his pants are kind of torn out, so you can just see like parts of his butt crack as he walks back to the kitchen, and he comes back with a nice serving of food there, and he sets a goblet of a milky white liquid in front of you.
Enjoy.
You said that was 5 silver?
Yep.
I kind of
Feel-
pushed the glass in the middle of the table.
What are we seeing right now?
It looks like milk, but it just kind of swirls there. Yeah.
This doesn't
I-
look appealing.
I ain't gonna try it. That's all I got. Maybe we can get Mars to try it.
And as you say that, Marslin and Jade come in. Hey, guys. We're coming. And him,
Hey, Jay, we got some milk for you.
oh, I like milk.
Oh, which one of you ordered Grog's milk?
He's gonna point to Bishop.
It sounded interesting.
I don't know why he insists on carrying this abominable concoction.
What?
But
is it?
I like milk, though. Milk is good. And he takes it and Jade dumps it back. And
What's
it's-
resistance to poison?
it's like fire. It's almost like you took all the last bits of a shelf of alcohol, mixed them together, and then just covered them in milk.
Oh,
Wait. It's fire, like as in jade fire.
Mwah, mwah. Jade, you are definitely inebriated. Don't even need to roll for it.
Oh my god. Oh, don't let Jade shoot
You're,
anything today.
you guys, that's good milk.
it's not obvious yet that it is not milk.
And Grob comes back out.
Blue man, you made it back.
Grog, how are you doing today?
I think a small animal has taken up residence in my backside. I feel something moving back there.
You should probably see a doctor
could-
about that.
Take a look for you.
Could you?
And he just bends over right there at the table.
And it spreads them.
And just, he's like reaching back.
That's what I do.
Do you see anything?
Medicine check.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of stuff right now. That green freckle?
That is another 3. Are you fucking kidding me right now?
Wow.
Seriously, I mean, I've already rolled like twice today, and they're both 3s. That's a 9.
Yeah. You don't see anything, but Marslin, you smell some things. It's like right by your head.
Can we please not do this? That's the table.
Can I bring you something to eat?
I'll have the usual.
Okay.
He stands up and you see him scratching back there.
Something itches real bad. Real bad.
And he walks back in there. Few moments he comes back out.
Here's chicken and some eggs. I'm not sure which one came first.
But they
But-
are related.
Boo! Boo!
But that'll be 1 silver.
Wow, a whole meal is less expensive than that milk.
Yeah. Well, guess what? Jade is going to be feeling good for days.
That milk has some kick.
I'll toss him a silver.
Thank you. Anything else I can get for you?
No, I don't think so.
Metal Man, I'll have you take a look a little later, if you don't mind.
If
You-
it gets worse, go see a physician.
You may need to really get in there.
And he walks back into the back.
I do hope he is not preparing the food himself.
And you see Jade just stand up from the table. Gents,
Oh no.
I have business. And he turns, and there's a small halfling in the corner strumming on a lute, playing just some soothing sound. And he walks over there. Hey, Mr. Piano Man, who has loot. Don't take all the loot. Have you heard anything? And, do you have any pets? And the halfling looks at him. I don't know what you're talking about. I have a kitty, a small kitty. But heard anything like what? Cat person? Is that how you say it? Cat person? Tabaxilico. That's have you heard of animals coming through? Of Italian, they get angry. Well, I do see. I heard some people down south near Smyrna that said some things have come through a bit angrier than normal, but here, no, taken care of quite quickly. Jade leans over. Well, if you hear anything, you tell me first. And he spins around, and his tail hits the bard in the face, and he walks over the table. Well, I got what I needed to know.
And what was that, Jade?
Nothing here, maybe some stuff in Smyrna, and he has a pet cat.
Did you get the cat's name?
Oops, and he stands back up, and you see him head back over there. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm eating my meal. Hopefully not puking, but after what I just saw from...
Okay, you all consume your meals, and Jade eventually comes back over. Whiskers. His name is Whiskers.
What a clever name for a cat.
Right? A cat named Whiskers. None other like it. But if we're all done, Mars, did you find anything out about your accommodations, having accommodations with a ship?
No, they
Yeah,
do not
boat.
unfortunately have any business relationships with the docks. I did inform them that this might be a prosperous avenue for them. And they did agree, but they do not currently have anything, unfortunately.
Well, looks like we'll be on our own. However, why don't we try heading down to the dock to see if we can find out if we can get a boat over to the fishing village. And then if we have time, try to find Oz and procure some.
This is a big city. Do we have any clue where he may be staying?
No. But I do want to go see my brother. Maybe he has an idea where he's staying.
Well, to cut on time, why don't you go visit your brother and we can see about obtaining passage? Just meet us at the dock.
Is there any way your brother could accompany us? If there is a cure, it would be much quicker if he was there to be cured than for us to bring some cure back.
Yes, but if something happens while he's out there with us, I may not be able to trick him as easily as his people in the church can.
This is true. There are pros
And
and
Mars,
cons.
in case you didn't know, he doesn't have arms.
Well, he's not going to be swimming there.
Yes, but I don't think he has it in him right now to make a trip.
I can procure a giant floating disc that he could lay on. Would you like to see?
Didn't I see it the first time?
Yeah, you would have seen it.
Yeah.
No, I've seen your disc. I appreciate the thought, but he's better off here.
Okay, very well. That is your call.
So I will meet you guys in a little bit then. I'm going to get up and head to the church.
Okay. Who's going with Quentin?
I think I was going by myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And the rest of you, what are you doing?
Going to the dock.
As you begin to leave, you hear Bishop. You hear
Metro Man, see you later.
Toodaloo!
I just keep walking.
All right, Quentin, since you would be the closest, you head into the temple and you see High Priest Clester.
Ah, Quentin. How are you doing? Lot of visits
Morning,
today.
I mean, lots of visits today.
Your friend, the really thin one who doesn't wear a lot of clothes, he came by early this morning. I think he was visiting you.
Are you talking of Oz?
That might be his name. We spoke for a while and then we prayed. I think I really have him.
Oh, you might. Where is he now? He's somebody I've been looking for today.
He said, I'm leaving to get something to eat. I think he said something about breaking a mug or something. He seemed angry on the inside, so I didn't ask questions.
He seems to be angry on the inside sometimes. But I'm going to go see Hugh real quick.
He should be awake.
Thank you. And I'll walk in to see Hugh.
You go back and Hugh's there. Quentin!
Well, I see your spirits are still as up as always. Cough isn't getting any better, though.
A little better.
How are you feeling there?
I'm good, but could you tell your friend Oz I don't want to wake up with him standing beside my bed or sitting beside my bed? It's weird.
Oh, I heard Oz was in here visiting you this morning.
Yeah, I think you're right. Might have got a whiff of something I let loose, too.
Did he give you more Brussels sprouts?
It's always Brussels sprouts. There's so many. I don't think they grow anything else here.
Unfortunately, I think it's just those are going to help you keep your energy up more than other things.
I hope so.
But do you know where Oz has been staying?
Oz, yeah, he didn't want me to say.
Well, could you tell me? I need to find him to see if he is going to come on with this group or not.
Do I betray one friend to help my brother?
Don't think that's betrayal. Keeping him alive.
Yeah. He's down in the dregs.
How much do I know about the dregs?
You know it's nasty.
Do I know that's where people go when they don't want to be found?
You wouldn't have frequented that much.
Okay.
It would have been more like you took like mission trips down there to help people.
Missionary! But Hugh, it looks like I'm going to be gone for a little while.
Oh?
We're chasing down a lead in a possible cure in a nearby fishing village.
Well, I'm sure a fishing village has something really critical.
Hey, High Priest told me about it. You never know until you try, right? Isn't that what you always tell me?
That's true. That's true. I'll miss you, Goynton.
Oh, I'll miss you too. And you better not lose another limb. You only have 2 more left.
Well, in the morning, sometimes I have 3.
I see the Brussels sprouts have another side effect besides you farting.
Yeah, one of the attendants started gagging the other day. From the Brussels sprouts!
No, but I should get going, see if I can find him.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I'm gonna give him a hug.
I'll give you a stump.
Stumpity stump. I'll be in touch.
I won't.
Son of a bitch. Then I'm gonna leave. I'm just shaking my head at him.
By the way, before you left, did you take my pouch?
Oh yes, I do have that. I picked it up on the floor. You were demanding me to take it because you told everybody that you'd buy Oz breakfast.
There's a little bit of rogue in you left. I believe it.
Oh, I learned from the best.
Go get them.
Do you want it back? Should I toss it up in the air for you to catch?
It just hit me in my face.
I'll set his coin pouch down next to him.
Okay.
Just the pouch.
Yeah, everything's empty. There's nothing else in it.
Okay.
Just hang a little strap around his little nub.
Left you a present. It's called air.
All right. Where are you headed out to?
I'm gonna go for the closest place to eat that I think Oz would go to first.
Okay. All right. The rest of you head over to the North Docks. You can see the docks they're fairly busy with traffic. There's several ships resting in the harbor. Some of them are being unloaded with crates. You can hear the sounds of seagulls calling in the distance as dock workers shoo them away and whistle a tune. And here the air is really salty and thick compared to the rest of the town.
Coming from a town that has docks, I want to head towards a dock master.
Okay. You start heading over and I move my placement. That's... You see kind of a a lizard folk. He's got yellow skin and dark blue eyes and a peg leg, and it clatters against the wooden boards of the pier, and you see him yelling at lots of people. You expect that he's probably the dockmaster.
Pardon me. Do you have a
What
moment?
do you need now? Oh, sorry. It's been quite a day.
That
That's how
is
you greet all of-
sad, knowing that the day has just started.
It is. What can I do for you, Metal Man?
We are looking at procuring passage to a local fishing town.
And you can see his left eye is transfixed on you while his right eye is darting around and it's looking at Jade and Marsland.
Do you happen to know if anyone is heading towards Perrin's Folly?
Yes, we have 4 ships that head that way. Your choice, depending on what you want to pay.
How long is travel between here and there?
Depends on who you pick. You get what you pay for.
I need passage for 5 individuals. Preferably within a day's travel.
A day's travel to Perrin's Folly? Not a chance. The fastest you can do is 3 days.
Okay.
The map is misleading.
Yeah. It looks like it's just on the other side.
You got to pick scales. It's big. Yeah. Let me switch back over there. Yeah, that's a long trip.
Okay. You would know more than I.
Well, if you want the faster trip, then you'll need to book with the Lady of the Seas or Ishtab's Blessing. Both of those can get you there in 3 days.
What?
Lady of the Seas Blessing.
Nope, Lady of the Seas and Ishtab's Blessing.
Ishtab's Blessing.
And how much might a journey like that cost?
Lady of the Seas will cost you about 6 gold per person. As where Ishtab's Blessing will cost you about 12 gold per person.
What makes these Ishtab's blessing worth twice as much?
He points over to one of the ships, and you see this massive, extravagant ship. Like, it is... There's gold, copper, there's a beautiful masthead on it, and you can see it's decorated up well. Everything looks pristine and new.
That's Ishtab's Blessing. You'll be treated like royalty the whole trip.
And he points over to one of the other ships, and it's a nice ship, well cared for. You can see there's a lady as the masthead on it. It's in good shape.
That is the Lady of the Seas.
So, Ishtab's blessing. Would everybody like to take that ship?
We cannot afford that ship.
But look at it. It is much nicer. They have clearly perfected this ship. A lot of care has gone into it. Would you not like to sail on a ship that the captain is proud of?
There's no way I could afford that.
12 gold, a lot of money.
Unless you are paying for everyone.
Do I look like a charity?
Well, I did sleep in your bed last night.
Yes. Uninvited, might I say. Well,
Jade X
okay.
Marsland.
What'd you say?
And the
Jade X
other,
Marsland.
the other two ships.
They take an extra day to get there, but they'll get you there. You have the High Tide and you have the Coral Runner. The Coral Runner will run you 20 silver per person, and the High Tide will run you 4 gold per person.
And he points to the High Tide, and it's definitely a step down from the Lady of the Seas. It's a bit on the rougher side. There's some noticeable patchwork in the hull and different things. And then he looks at you,
The High Tide?
and then he points to the next one, the Coral Runner, and it looks like it was built from patchwork. And the sails, you can see patches in the sails. The wood is very dark and kind of molded.
They'll both get you there for an affordable price if you can handle the extra day.
So ships that I would normally see are more like the High Tide.
Typically, the ones you would see would be High Tide and Lady of the Seas. Those are both pretty common ship types that are around. Where you're from, those would both be considered standard and above average ships.
Okay.
Ones like the Coral Runner would questionably make the trip up to Briarfork.
It's like the local fishermen.
Yeah, but they'll go farther than that. Just maybe not that far. Ships like the High Tide or the other three could make it anywhere in Phrasia.
Which ship are your coffers feeling up to for the journey?
Well, one extra day at sea, the High Tide is probably the best bargain.
I was afraid you were going to say that. Very well.
But for just, I mean, it's just 2 gold more, and you get a nicer ship in Lady of the Seas.
How much do you have, Jade?
He fishes around in a pouch and holds out his hand and starts counting. I have about 24 of these, and holds up the gold pieces.
Would you be satisfied with Lady of the Sea, Marsland?
Yes, Lady of the Sea would be acceptable.
Then we will book passage on the Lady of the Sea. When is she ready to leave port?
The dockmaster looks over and points over to, you see a human woman standing there in kind of like captain's clothes and leathers and a bigger black hat with a red feather, and she's got like deep red curly hair that runs over her shoulders, and kind of a grin on her face as she's pointing to people, telling them what to do on the ship.
Go over to the captain. That's Captain Jaina Trexley. She'll be able to collect your fare and tell you when the next passage leaves.
Said Trexley.
Jaina Trexley.
Thank you for your assistance.
Anytime, get those crates off of there. They go somewhere else.
And he turns around and stomps off, and you just hear one footstep followed by one peg into the boards. He seems angry.
This is a big city. I'm assuming that there are a lot of issues when it comes to trafficking the ships.
Maybe. I don't know.
I will start heading over to the captain.
All right. You head over to the captain. Well, what do we have here? Look at you, lot. Doesn't look like you have much sea legs on you, but you're here. You're standing here right in front of me. Which means you probably want something, but that means you might have something to give. Is it adventure? Is it money? Who knows what you've got?
We are looking for passage.
Passage I can do. Passage I can do. Do you have coin?
I will need 5 spots on your ship heading towards Perrin's Folly.
Ah, Perrin's Folly. Short trip. But your gold spins just like anyone else's. So 5 at, let's see, Perrin's Folly, 3 days. That's 6 gold apiece. So 30 gold pieces? Oh, that sounds like a fantastic deal. Bring yourself, your adventures, and your gold. Half up front, of course.
Do you not offer any group discounts for parties as large as 5?
And why would I offer group discounts? Are you on some mercy mission?
We are looking into this sickness, and we've heard rumors that somebody is performing miracles in this fishing town.
Ah, I see. Miracles. Sounds like a pretty wild tale. Well. No, there is no discount.
But I have Groupon.
Could I see it?
But we are the saviors of the city.
Roll a persuasion
I have
check.
A horse.
Who's rolling?
You, because or either one of you, just one of you roll a persuasion.
You should probably do it.
Oh, jeez.
Probably
You're the more
not.
scary of the group.
And another 3 for a 4.
Really?
3 threes in a row. Love these digital dice. Buy me some more.
You're not
Well,
very persuasive.
so 15 gold up front. I'll expect the rest of it on arrival at Perrin's Folly.
Well, we only have so far 4 confirmed travelers. We don't quite know where our 5th is or if he will be coming at all.
I will accept payment when we leave port tomorrow morning.
That is acceptable.
It sounds acceptable. Bring yourself, bring your stories, bring your wine, and we'll have a fantastic time.
Is food what's the
Yes,
word for it?
yes, food
Included?
is included, and we won't make you swab the deck.
Well, I would hope not.
Well, there might be other options here at the port that require that.
I glance over. Say, I am glad we have chosen this ship.
Well, at sunup tomorrow, here at the dock, don't be late.
We'll see you then.
Thank you.
All right. And she turns around and gets back to work. As Gwenton, you want to check local tavern, so you go to the Broken Mug. You step inside because you already were at Grob, so you know Oz wasn't there. So you go to the Broken Mug, and you walk inside, and you see Oz sitting there at the bar area, finishing some food. And that's where we're going to end tonight.
Wait, are there any broken mugs around him?
Not at the moment. Not at the moment.
You were in the Broken Mug Tavern.
So, thank you all for coming out tonight, despite all the freaking technical difficulties. This was not something we could control. If you're watching this on YouTube, it's going to be a lot clearer. So we'll get this uploaded to YouTube, or it should be. I think that's how it works. I'm going to test it out and see, and then I'll get that uploaded. A defect with the GG, good game. I had a lot of fun tonight, even though my voice is freaking shot. So
stop making snake NPCs.
Hey, we need more lizard folk in the game. I'm trying to, I take all the race because we have access to 30 some playable races. And I try to be who do we see a lot of? And humans are boring. So I don't try to do a lot of humans. And I go through and it's elves are cliche, halfling dwarves are cliche. But I try to get more of those unique NPCs in there. The snakes are easy. I don't have problems with the snakes. It's some of the others. But Night Pika, thanks for coming out. Panda, glad you could make it. Glad you could watch. Hope you enjoyed it. A lot of fun. Again, for those of you, don't forget to check out the bonus action. Who knows what it'll be this week? We always add a little spin of a summary on it. Check out again. I put it back in there. Check out Half-Ass Beer Review for our beer of the week this week. If you missed it at the beginning, is the Anchor Brewing Christmas Ale. And that looks that picture's awesome because you can see the condensation on it. You just want to pop the top and go. And check out his review on that one if you're interested in what that tastes like and all the fun stuff inside. Sounded like it was delicious. Midland Mall Comic Con is coming up, so don't forget about that. That's going to be in March. You can sit at the table with us and be a player. Tastes like a pine tree is what Fanboy says. Don't forget to check out Banter and Babble. Fanboy, is Banter and Babble back on Wednesday this week? Well, with our lag, it's going to be 2 minutes before he responds to that. On top of that, guys, we'll be here Monday, right? Monday of Thanksgiving. I don't have any problems. I'm gonna be off that day, so I'm planning on prepping all day.
I'll be in Michigan, but I should be fine.
Okay, good. There's the link for Banter and Babble. Check them out. They're at Wednesday at 9:00. We will probably have a pre-show show. I'm not sure what we're doing yet because the new WoW pre-patch is going to be dropping, so maybe doing that. But we may play a group game, maybe some Labyrinthine or something like that. We'll see. We'll see what we got. Oh, it's at Koi's Comics, so you definitely don't want to miss Wednesday's show because that's a pretty cool place. I've been there. I went there. In fact, Mike, I picked up some stuff for you when I was there, I think.
Yeah, Daughter Funko.
Yeah. So
check it out when we go back up there.
Yeah, we will. We definitely will. We'll get some time to do that. As always, if you haven't checked out our YouTube, stop by the YouTube channel, YouTube/@7dungeons. Now we got a new channel address there. Give us a follow there if you are in that area. Been playing around with doing some shorts, trying to be silly, but I'm not funny, so so check that out. Defect, don't forget to check out Defect and all he's got going on, and everyone else, and of course King Cuddles for Cuddles Wrestling. I think that covers everybody. You guys got anything? If we don't see you next week, which we hope you are, have a happy Thanksgiving. Eat lots of food. In fact, next week, when we get in here next week, to start off, This is you all have homework. I hate homework. I said that in the Discord today, but you all have homework. Be prepared to say what your favorite Thanksgiving food is. It can be a dessert or the food itself. We'll have that ready for next week. Everybody's favorite.
I have one that judges me every time I say it.
Okay. The challenge is here. We already know Fanboy Tone doesn't like pumpkin pie because he's a monster. So happy dongers.
Boring. You ever had pumpkin pie? It's just freaking boring.
It's delicious. You got to make it homemade and put extra spices in it. I swear I'm going to make a sour cream raisin pie this year, though, and make people try it. It's delicious. And then there'll be one question I have to ask all of you, too, for next week, too. So special Thanksgiving-themed episode, but you guys did great tonight. I had a lot of fun tonight. I hope you all had a lot of fun tonight, and I hope everyone watching had a lot of fun tonight. It's a little bit lighter this evening than normal, so that was fun. That was fun. So, anything else?
I got nothing.
He's got nothing. All right. Because Twitch is being the way Twitch is, I'm not going to send this anywhere because Twitch is already a disaster right now. Until next time, we'll see you in the dungeon. Take care, everybody.
The end is upon us, I promise you novices don't want no problem with me. So watch how you talking and where you been walking, they call me the BBEG. I'm more than a little OP, I do what I want to, that's a mantra. Keep 'em running and gunning like Contra, I'm a monster. The end is upon us, I promise you novices don't want no problem with me. So watch how you talking and where you been walking, they call me the BBEG. I'm more than a little OP, I do what I want to, yeah that's a mantra. I keep 'em running and gunning like Contra, yo I'm a monster. Turn it up. What you know about the final boss? I got him trying to buy time with the sign of the cross. I redefine high crime and the meaning of loss. I'm off hip, but a body like I'm playing lacrosse. B to the B to the EG, I'm keeping them queasy. I make it seem easy, acknowledge me, I've been demolished.